We have not inherited the earth from our ancestors. We have borrowed it from our children. So anything that we do for our future generations is here to stay forever. That is the vision behind Creative School and Freedom Land.
From the beginning, Creative is a really close-knit Sangha.
Creative School is a very good school.
I really love this place. It's 7 years, it's a lot of time.
They give you enough time for you to have what you want and for you to learn.
Creative is second home for me, and all my teachers are like my mother.
I like the school a lot.
They've helped me through whatever challenges I'm going through.
This school has helped me in so many different ways.
In our school, one thing that really stands out is the bonds between that are created with us friends. There's no judgment, and everyone is accepted for who they are, and that's something really, really special about the school.
Few months I joined the school and I was mind blown and loved the school. It's really crazy learning over here.
Over here, there's no mold. They just be whoever you want to be. That's the best, because you really bring the best in yourself.
Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Often I get this question, is Creative an alternative school or a mainstream school? What is it? We are not trying to oppose anything, so we are not alternative to something. Neither are we trying to conform. We are trying to create a space where the whole child is completely acknowledged as a complete human being. So we really like to see ourselves as a holistic school where we are trying to work with children, body, mind, emotions and soul. Most of us have grown up with an education system which has primarily conditioned us to think about ourselves as human bodies. But aren't we much more than that? We are human beings, we are not human bodies. When our biology textbooks reduces us to just human bodies, we miss the larger picture and some part of us feels unacknowledged. We have way more than just material needs. We all have emotional needs for connection, for compassion. We all have spiritual needs for living in joy, peace, harmony, empowerment. When we learn to treat ourselves as whole human beings, we start learning to claim all aspects of our lives and also learn to empower ourselves, and really in this process, we achieve our fullest potential. We see it as a new science. The new science which the children are constantly exposed to in their growing years is we are much more than a body. We have many levels. We have an energy body. We have energy flowing through us all the time. The connection between health and energy flow is something that the children learn. And as they grow up, automatically inside them, a new form of science which acknowledges the entire human being comes in, and along with that, values are just built in.
Each and every child is unique and has a unique journey, comes with a unique background. And this is Creative's approach. We honor the uniqueness of each child, the unique path, the unique journey. At the same time, we also understand that children are similar to each other in many ways.
After a decade of Creative now, we've seen wonders with this kind of growing up. When a child's developmental needs are met in the earlier years, they very beautifully line up and follow whatever it is in their path, and academics just beautifully falls into place.
Excellence comes with this kind of holistic development. As parents and as teachers, we need to be able to trust it. We see our children ready for life as lifelong learners.
We are attempting to be a completely holistic learning and empowerment center. Children are already empowered. We can hope that the school will not take it out. Young children are so full of life. I always tell my teachers, whatever is there, may the spirit of the child be intact. Because when the spirit is intact in life, we will always find solutions. And children have their own challenges. They have challenges with each other. So how do you keep the spirit alive? A child's faculties develop over a period of time, and we need to make space for this. Often we are in a hurry. We want immediate results, especially in today's generation. We need to make space and try to enjoy this journey with your child. Education is not dull, stressful and boring. It can be a very joyful activity for the whole family. We call it a way of life. We call it a center for conscious living. Today, most of us in this fast-paced life are used to automatic functioning. As teachers, as parents, we juggle a lot of different things. Bringing consciousness in, bringing awareness in is very, very empowering, because at that point you start finding, okay, wait a minute, I have a choice. Conscious living gives you a choice. I have a choice on how to live. I have a choice on what to choose. For that, we have to have inner understanding. Without inner understanding, without being aware of where we are operating from, we cannot choose. Yeah? Creative is a Sangha space where we learn together, we grow together, we support each other and we challenge each other. Our space is a collaborative working space where each of us takes on different roles in our united vision, and we have a clear framework on how to work collaboratively together. So the role of us inside a community is very much explored in this space. How to recognize and dissolve our ego consciously so that we are all co-creating this beautiful sacred space.
Our journey actually began many years back when we were living in Seattle in the US. Both Jayashree and I were software engineers working for Microsoft. At that time we started a non-profit organization called Asha with the intention of giving back to our home country, India.
Way back in 1994, when Ashok and myself started a non-profit organization called Asha in Seattle to help set up schools in villages in India. When we started Asha, we never dreamt that it would transform us. Process of giving back and working with education, working with children in many different villages in India put us in touch with amazing educators who transformed our views on education. And it's through them that we first got introduced to the teachings of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother on integral education, which was a complete eye-opener for us. It just touched our soul. Our journey also made us explore what is education. Experiences in Microsoft plus our journey through Asha, visiting different schools, understanding holistic education. Through Asha, we may have visited over 100 schools, both in the US as well as in India.
This journey changed us so much that in 1999, Jayashree decided to quit Microsoft and go full-time into education.
I started coming back to India and volunteering in the schools and learning more from some amazing educationists. Through many amazing coincidences, met incredible spiritual teachers, went through a lot of transformation, learned a lot about myself, about what holistic living means, and we started changing our life at home. Along with this exploration of education, I went through a very deep spiritual transformation. My formal spiritual training began in Seattle with a lot of mindfulness and compassion-based trainings. And after I completed those, I then went on to learn a lot of emotional well-being and healing tools. My first experience with the non-cognitive and the energy aspects of life began with the Tao Fellowship, and it was completely transformational for me. Through meditation, I had an experience of oneness, an experience light for a period of 3 days, and it pretty much transformed my whole life after that. It's after the oneness experience that I felt the inner guidance to return to India and then experienced Sri Aurobindo and the mother and the masters, and was guided to start Creative School. So I've had several decades of training in mindfulness, in different forms of meditation, in energy work, breath work in the 5 elements, a whole lot of different areas. And all of these are now integrated in Creative School. So in the year 2007, we left our beautiful home in Seattle, left the woods and came back to India. We didn't quite know what we were in for, but it was just a strong guidance to come back. Through meditation again, received a lot of inspiration from Sri Aurobindo and the mother to go ahead and start working on holistic education. We were also parents to 2 beautiful girls. We wanted to be able to co-create a school for them which helps them acknowledge themselves as complete human beings. This is what led us to Creative School.
Any large project like Creative School always starts with a seed idea or vision. And once we give attention to that vision, we become ready to manifest it on earth. The vision came to my wife Jayashree in her meditation. My role actually was to completely trust that vision and help to manifest it into the space that you see today.
Westward leading, still proceeding, guide us to thy perfect light.
In the year 2010, when we were looking to start Creative School, Jayashree had the number 15 in mind for the number of children who should be part of Creative School in the first year. And the night before school was about to start, that is June 6th of 2010. I still remember the night very clearly. We had 14 kids enrolled in the school. So I remember even joking to Jayashree saying we are computer scientists and we must be used to off by 1 errors by now. We shut off the light and went to bed. And then the phone rang. It was our friends Mahesh and Hema who said that they would love to put their twin daughters in Creative School starting the next day. So we actually started with 16 kids and not 15.
The process of creation of Creative School itself came out of following many of the principles that Creative School teaches about. It's following our heart, it's following what makes us complete, it's bringing balance into our life, bringing harmony into our lives. And as we did this, we naturally started finding peace within ourselves, inside our families, inside our communities, and also started enjoying living peacefully on Mother Earth. Sri Aurobindo and the Mother's guidance that one can live our life fully on Mother Earth using divine energy is really what inspires us in this space, and our whole space has been co-created with the blessings of the masters and many wonderful spiritual teachers like Dr. Newton Kondaveti, who has trained us with a lot of the processes that we have in school today for working on ourselves as parents and teachers. We had Leonard Orr, who taught us how to use the 5 elemental work and live our lives in balance. We've also taken a lot from the teachings of Maria Montessori, Rudolf Steiner, and a lot of educationists in India who are doing cutting-edge work in different areas, whether it's language teaching or mathematics. A lot of educationists in the US as well, so we are able to bring in the latest trends in education. We've been blessed to find the right spiritual teachers who've helped us put together a very wonderful, broad spiritual foundation to our school that helps us work with children holistically and also live together and work together in a very collaborative and harmonious manner. Creative's approach to education is life education. It's completely holistic. We honor ourselves and our children as complete human beings. Prior to beginning creative school, I had the wonderful opportunity to learn and study about many different educational methods through my work in Asha. I had the privilege of meeting very holistic educators, innovators who made teaching and learning really fun and joyful. And of course, Sri Aurobindo and the mother's words, which have really been the inspiration behind creative school. When I read Sri Aurobindo's writings on integral education, a portion of it that completely amazed me, influenced me and inspired me is his writings on the importance of the right tuning of the child before you start learning. We use so many different learning methodologies, but the ultimate instrument of learning is the child himself. Their body, their mind and their nerves need to be in proper tune and harmony so the child can actually learn their lesson well. I had the privilege of studying several Montessori schools very closely. I found Maria Montessori's work on developing the child's senses, the sensorial work, their practical life work, a lot of their hand-eye coordination. It was just wonderfully absorbing for the child. I would see children immersed in their learning with creating no trouble, completely self-directed learning. There are many aspects of Rudolf Steiner's work which we really relate to. A lot of their rhythmic way of learning, the cycles of learning, the way in which children learn through spirals of learning, and also integrating a lot of music and movement and arts into every subject that is taught. That completely integrated, beautifully tuned, high vibration kind of environment in which children learn. Spiritual foundation is very essential for every one of us so we can live our lives fully, with joy, with harmony, with love and peace in our families, live and work in the careers of our choice. We can bring abundance into all areas of life.
All of us want the best in our lives. We want to go through life easily and effortlessly. One of the ways in which you can keep yourself energized and flowing is through a daily practice of meditation. And we teach that at Pragnya.
Our spiritual foundation helps us unblock ourselves, helps us become conscious of who we are, where are we operating from, and how do we empower, how do we transform and grow.
And when we talk about spirituality, it's nothing to do with, spirituality has a lot of meanings, right? It's nothing to do with religion, it's nothing to do with giving up things and going to the Himalayas. It's basically integrating spirituality into your daily life.
If we look at it without a spiritual foundation, we cannot live to our fullest, we cannot live well. Our approach acknowledges all our human needs, mind, body, emotions and soul. We all have our own unique path in life. Being able to tune in, like the way we did, into a larger source can help us create what we want in our life effortlessly.
At Creative School, we emphasize not only inner harmony, but also living in peaceful harmony with Mother Earth. In fact, the building that we are in right now was built using the mud from the same plot. This is a mud block structure which uses very little cement and very little reinforced iron. We also do lots of other practices here at Creative School, like solar for power and water heating. We practice composting. We don't generate a lot of waste. We have a biogas unit here on site for making our lunch, and we also have rainwater harvesting. We have rooftop gardening. The children participate in gardening.
We have the dream garden, growing a lot of greens. It's like soil to soul. Children doing the gardening and see the vegetables grow. When it comes to the plate, they have the joy, they experience the joy. So the energy is right from the children's hand, going through the soil, through the cooking and back to them.
The whole environment allows nature to come into the classrooms. It just retains a very high level of pranic energy, and this is something that we found very conducive to teaching and learning here. If one walks through Creative, you'll find many cats many animals, many birds, a lot of insects, so many different varieties of butterflies and moths and fish in the pond, all thriving and coexisting in this space. We teach vegetarianism as a way of practicing kindness to ourselves. Vegetarian diets have a much higher level of prana, as well as practicing kindness with our animal and bird friends. And over a period of time, we have found that children and their bodies get used to a much higher prana level diet. And this automatically becomes body wisdom for them over a period of time. We buy the freshest ingredients many times directly from farmers or through people with a similar level of consciousness, as well as ensuring fair trade with the farmers so that everyone in the system is happy. And it's beautiful when we are living in a way that's aligned with Mother Earth, you will feel a difference in energy. We felt peace shouldn't just be an inner state but also living in harmony with each other, with Mother Earth. So overall, if I say creative in a way is peace within yourself, peace and empowerment within yourself, inside your families, learning how to live as a community and with Mother Earth. And you can carry these principles to any community that you're part of. Over 9 years now, we have a lot of tried and tested processes, both for our teachers as well as our children. Our educational model has two very strong components. One is the sacred classroom. The sacred classroom is the spiritual and pedagogical foundation of creative school. Most of the times, pedagogy just involves the approaches to actually teaching a subject and does not take into account who the teacher is. A teacher's consciousness, their inner state of being, just as much affects the class. So the sacred classroom takes this into account by giving the 7 guiding principles that a teacher can look at to tune themselves before they actually teach a class. It's a set of principles that can be applied by anyone, by a teacher or a parent, which will help you function from your highest self. Both parenting and teaching can be both wonderful as well as challenging. So how to overcome those challenges, that's what the sacred classroom teaches. How to go in and see where am I blocked and how do I unblock myself. Four-step learning is a very comprehensive learning process that we've implemented in school. The four-step learning process very consciously creates space inside a classroom for learning to be truly holistic, where physical, emotional, mental, spiritual and social aspects of learning are explored, very much interconnected to whatever is happening in the classroom.
Four-step learning process is our pedagogy towards how a lesson is planned so that the children can attempt that work in various ways and come to their own understanding of it in and over time.
It is very, very joyful. It's also very reflective so that the child's unique self comes out in that process. It has enough rigor, and the fourth aspect of the four-step learning is developing wisdom. So that wisdom application, we have a lot of processes for that. So throughout the school, starting from the youngest grade through the 12th grade, four-step learning is addressed. The teachers design their lesson plans and everything using these processes. In the beginning, very naturally, many of us as parents have our fears about breaking out, coming out of what we are already used to, the mainstream comfort zone, and beginning to acknowledge ourselves as complete human beings and our children as that. It's very natural. Many parents come in with worries like, oh my God, will things actually get done? Will my child's studies happen also in such a holistic environment? But what we have found is amazing. Our entire schooling process is very age appropriate. When a child has sufficient time to address all aspects of themselves, we find that they are actually taking a lot of self-responsibility for their own learning. By the time they come to taking their exams in their 10th grade, many of them are learning to completely prepare and self-direct themselves. We find this kind of responsibility is coming because we've acknowledged them holistically, and they are themselves able to prioritize what is important for them at that age. How do we keep the purity of our work? For 9 years now, every week we've had teacher self-work, where teachers take time off to reflect on how are my classes going? How is my relationship with my children? Is that all right? And work on repairing that. That's very consciously built into the school. Through self-work time, a teacher spends time consciously learning about different aspects of themselves, to reflect on what is happening inside, to be able to grow in spiritual awareness of where they are operating from. Wisdom circles are specific to the classroom. Teachers get together and address the different challenges that happen as a natural part of teaching and learning, and learn about how to overcome these challenges by applying the 7 principles of the sacred classroom. Every child, the growing needs of the child, we pay attention, which is why our teacher-student ratio is 1:10 in terms of the class teachers. We of course have a very strong spiritual foundation for the school, so often spiritual practices are integrated into many different aspects of the school. Life and Living is an hour and a half of dedicated time for deeper exploration. The Life and Living kit has over 35 activities and games. There are simple meditations, mandala meditations, many different emotional intelligence games, many different story-based games. There are different activities for developing self-esteem in children that encourage expression. The kit in itself is plenty for parents to connect with their children. There are wonderful family games in there. It can truly encourage getting to know each other in a good way, and be able to connect to each other at a deeper level.
I am a lovely person to talk to about the world.
Many of our children who have graduated have come back and expressed gratitude, saying that the well-being classes, the well-being time that they had spending with Jayashree at school has proved deeply beneficial for them to be able to tackle their own life challenges. Some of them have even said that they were surprised to see that outside so many of their peers found it so difficult to handle simple issues. They were able to go back to themselves, to their rooms, and go back, pick a mandala that they had learnt in grade school here, or pick the journal and write out their issues and reform themselves and engage back in the world meaningfully.
As a school and center, we strongly have found that when parents in school are able to share and grow together, the child receives the maximum. Pragya Center is the heart of Creative School. It is truly the soul force, the space that brings a lot of wisdom into our ways of functioning at Creative School. It started with the mission and vision that we will bring spiritual practices into everyday lives, into our relationships, into our careers, into our parenting. We offer a range of processes, from simple energizing and well-being processes to much deeper ones, which help us face the challenges in our lives and bring spiritual wisdom into our relationships, into our career, into our workspaces, and into a school environment. Our teachers training, our parent programs, our programs for the community are all offered through Pragya. Pragya has 2 components: Wisdom Center, which offers programs and personalized sessions to our community members as well as the general public, and we also have an integrative clinic as part of this. We also have the Pragya Wisdom Circle, which is our outreach arm. Pragya Wisdom Circle offers many outreach programs into different areas in corporate, in schools, in educational institution, and we also have an integrative clinic as part of this. Pragya Wisdom Center offers many wonderful workshops for parents and caregivers of children for their own personal growth and development. These workshops can help in our own transformation, and as we become more conscious in our parenting, in our teaching, in our caregiving of children, our children are the greatest benefiters of this. Many different types of people have benefited from our courses and sessions. That includes students who come in with their own struggles or challenges and we are able to help them overcome them. That includes adults who sometimes have health issues and we've really brought in well-being practices and helped them with holistic healing. Thousands and thousands of people have come in and worked with us both through individual sessions as well as courses and workshops. Over a decade, we have had tremendous satisfaction of seeing people being able to transform their lives, and this is our offering to you. Overall, we look at self-transformation. When our mind is free and when we are calm, we can become very conscious creators of our own lives. So the school's goal is to enable each child to become a conscious creator of their own life based on their own inner journey. How can we empower our children to do this? Our 9 years of school have shown us over and over again that when our work is consecrated to a higher purpose, when we are aligned with universal energy and we allow this energy to flow through us, everything falls into place. We have seen the magic of conscious creation, of energizing ourselves over and over again. And this is the gift that we want our children to learn, that they too can create their own lives, empowered by their own soul journey. We really welcome if parents can recognize that every child has their own unique potential, every child has their own journey, and we as parents should play a supportive role and allow each child to blossom to their fullest. Give them the space. Our children are very capable of being conscious creators of their own life, and when they are able to tap in to a much higher source of energy, anything is possible.
Lane dee dee doo doo doo.